Now, the European Union says it's set to sponsor 135 Nigerians for postgraduate studies in top European university. It says its opinion on the just concluded election has nothing to do with its relations with Nigeria. We have details in this report.
So far, about 500 young Nigerians have benefited from the European Union's fully funded scholarship opportunity since 2019. For the 2023 scholarship, 135 Nigerian beneficiaries have been announced. EU says this is one of its ways of giving opportunities for regular migration to Europe and wants more Nigerians to take advantage.
This is really for us also a way to develop people-to-people contacts, which is what also has made the European Union what it is today, through the exchanges of people. And that's why we strongly believe that this is not only a way to contribute to form, Nigerian capacities, but also to foster those relations that will be beneficial for both countries. And
received Nigerian students, especially for postgraduate studies or PhD studies, and said, no, okay, they were not that good. They are tremendous. You are great. Please go on. Nigerian students in Europe are Nigeria's ambassadors.
On the report by election observation mission that was rejected by the Nigerian government, the EU ambassador insists the election observation mission did not judge the election outcome and did not invalidate the outcome of the election.
The EU election observation missions in Nigeria or anywhere else in the world, they provide a comprehensive, independent and impartial assessment of the electoral process. What does it mean? It means that they assess whether the electoral process was conducted in line with international, regional, but also national obligations and commitments on the conduct of democratic elections that the country has subscribed to.
She says this has not in any way impacted EU-Nigeria bilateral relations.
And I think the message that was given is that really the European Union and its member states want to not only to continue to work with Nigeria, but really boost and step up cooperation in Nigeria in many areas. We are in discussion, for visits, contacts, consultations. We continue our activity.
She also says the objective of the mission is to offer reports and recommendations on the process. It is left for the electoral body to decide if it wants to use the report. EU says it has always been a partner to INEC, providing technical expertise, and will continue to cooperate in this regard. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
The Nigerian Bar Association Section on Legal Practice has held its 2023 annual conference in Abuja with the theme Legal Practice Without Borders. The conference is to explore the frontiers of organ donation and transplant under Nigeria's law. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area has details.
The theme for this year's conference is Legal Practice Without Borders, with the focus of examining Nigerians' law in an ever-globalized and internationalized environment.
Legal practitioners are seen as the intermediaries between the people and justice, and as such must embrace honesty, transparency, and integrity. Section 2 of the Legal Practitioners Act protects the practice space and stipulates that lawyers must endeavor to be ethical and professional. Although they are at liberty to engage in cross-border charging of fees by determining whatever currency they deem fit, that should not be the motivation for their practice. To this end, a new code of conduct for legal practitioners is set to be launched in 2024 to fight corruption within the bar. This will help guide the practice of lawyers and ensure they do not fall short of the ethics of the profession. At this conference, lawyers will deepen their knowledge of globalization in the practice of law.
We don't need someone who simply read one course somewhere and because of the privilege of being in a regulatory agency, come to tell us about the fight against corruption. The fight against corruption is a legal fight, and only lawyers can fight that fight. And you and I are the ones that are positioned to fight that particular fight. So quit telling us that we are the ones standing on your way in in the fight against corruption.
To critically examine the above topics for each of the sessions and share their knowledge with us. Other stimulating topics selected for this year's conference will be examined by eminent faculty, distinguished jurists, legal practitioners like yourselves, the academia in subject matters.
We cannot stand alone and watch things to remain further than this. We in the legal profession have a vital role to play as conscious of society and forbearance of equality, fairness, justice, law and order.
Legal Practice Without Borders interrogates the widening scope of the legal service market and lifts the veil on jurisdictional stonewalling. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.